At the bottom of Antigua Shipyard, in the red colors, the Zerg player from Team Slayers, it is
Slayers YugiOh.
He is ahead with 3-0 in the group, taking the first spot. Looking sharp, and his opponent in blue at the top of Antigua Shipyard. In the blue colors, his opponent YugiOh CBZ is supposed to be quite bad because he has only 40% win ratio, but on the other hand he was able to take down July Zerg, so that was really something where he could shine with his macro play as he went for that Infestor play against Needless. He did a really good decision in the early stages with his build order, and after that he just played it safe, won against July. Lovesick on the other hand is already out of this group. 33% win ratio in CBZ, 8 games, 1-7 lost. YugiOh with the early expansion, and that's exactly what Lovesick decides to do as well.
Yeah, it's you know, this is a very similar situation to YugiOh versus July, where they both went for the hatch first. And in that particular game, July, of course, went for a Spire Tech, and YugiOh went for Infestors and got ahead in that way. And now, of course, both these players aren't even going to drone scout. They're just going to see the hatchery. Actually, it looks like YugiOh decides to drone scout, something that July has not done. And, you know, we stressed it a lot, but for those of you guys who are just tuning in, remember, YugiOh is 3-0, and Lovesick is 0-3. So Lovesick's pretty much already out, but if he loses this game, I mean, he will have an embarrassing record of 0-4, but YugiOh will be in Code S no matter what. So the results of this game, not extremely important for either player, but definitely do not matter for Lovesick. But he wants to do this for pride. Nobody wants to go 0-4 in their group.
I think there might even be a hypothetical, a theoretical chance of Lovesick even advancing with that score, but that would probably involve like 10 matches going exactly one specific way. Yeah, I don't see that happening, but as you already mentioned, nobody wants to lose his group with 0-4, so or even 0-5 with that. So let's see what Lovesick has up his sleeve in order to decide at least one of these games in his favor. Right now we are having bold players with double queen production, and I guess that the speed is a little bit later for Lovesick. He decided to get gas later than his opponent.
Yeah, ever so slightly. The speed is one of the most important early game upgrades to have. But at this, this level and their closeness and speed research, it's only about 30 seconds in-game ahead, so it shouldn't be too significant. Right now, the worker count's 23 for Lovesick to 20 of YugiOh, so that's the trade-off. He gets his drones out a little bit faster, but his speed is a little bit later.
So far, YugiOh did really good in this group, and I have to say that I'm a little bit surprised by his performance. I really like watching his stream, so I was rooting for him quite a bit, but I did not expect that he was able to take the first 3 games without losing a single one of it. So that was really well done.
And and he may even go 4-0 here.
Yeah.
I was never really a huge fan of YugiOh's play. I must say I've never watched his stream before, but I noticed when I tweeted asking people, who does your heart want to get in? A lot of people said YugiOh, and he's made a fan out of me today with his play, I have to say.
He's in process of killing the first Overlord. The Queen is quite busy, and this is like a snail's race.
Almost getting it here. Looks like she will.
The only danger that you have when you move with queens across the map in order to take down overlords is that your opponent might send out a bunch of zerglings in order to take down the queen. That happens quite often. And that's exactly what we might see just now, because one queen targeting down an overlord, but at the same time there are zerglings trying to catch the queen. And he has speed.
He has speed, and this does become significant. I feel like YugiOh much more map aware here.
And the queen is dying. He's going to kill the queen. This is exactly the danger, the risk that you run when you walk across the map with a queen to take down overlords. And with his speed, he was able to force that engagement, kill a lot of zerglings. He had that slight advantage in the early game, and he is now in a very good position. Both of them getting banelings.
Yeah, YugiOh with a lot more banelings, though.
Yeah.
Got to be careful, though. His opponent surrounding him with banelings from the side. Nice by Lovesick, but he does not hit. Killing only a few zerglings with that baneling. Oh, a good hit for YugiOh.
And another one. not even killing the Banes. Very well played so far by YugiOh. He's able to get up that ramp now, and he has a lot of Banelings, trading Banelings against Banes and Zergs.
Oh man, this is going to be pretty tough for Lovesick to defend, losing some drones here.
Oh god, that is... How many did he actually kill? He killed 6 of them.
Yeah, and right now the worker count even at 24 because to have those extra Banelings, YugiOh skimped on drones.
Lovesick is scared now. Lovesick is scared. He's getting more Zerglings and Banes while YugiOh just built 8 additional drones.
I feel like YugiOh is just so much more map aware. He's putting on the pressure. He sent his queen out earlier. He knew his opponent's speed was behind. He killed the Overlord and then got his queen back safely. He protected his opponent. He protected his Overlord from his opponent's queen and killed it. He had his Zerglings out of his opponent's base to scout, but also to see that his opponent did not have speed. It was pretty awesome play overall. This counterattack could do a little bit of damage, but the spine here should protect the queen. Some drones coming out as well.
You don't want to lose a queen early game. You just want those. You need those injects. You want the lava you need in order to get the Zerglings. Zerglings are just so... They are cheap when it comes down to the minerals, but they are really, really expensive when it comes down to lava.
Look at the supply count change so rapidly already. YugiOh pulling ahead about 10 supply. I think part of it just comes down to him having that extra queen as opponent lost in the early game. This is a scary engagement. There's a lot of Banelings out for Lovesick.
Lovesick is getting the 3rd already. He knows that he needs some win now, and getting the 3rd is some risk that he takes in order to get ahead in this game. More spine crawlers being built by YugiOh now. He knows that he's ahead and it comes down to his economy, but he needs to defend against the attack of Lovesick.
Nice Baneling hits for YugiOh, and he's got the spine in position. He's making additional spines as well. Looks like Lovesick's little attack here is going to be thwarted for the most part.
Very, very well played by YugiOh so far. He's tagging now, needs to dodge those 2 Banelings. Good job, job well done. All the Banelings are now killed, and Lovesick lost a lot in these encounters. He lost 3,000 in resources, while his opponent lost 2,300. Is now tagging instead of getting a 3rd. And the Spire tech is up, and that's a really, really fast Spire for ZZZ with Baneling stuff.
Yeah, YugiOh getting the Spire, I think it's a smart choice in this case, because the next common follow-up when you're both going Banelings like this is someone feels they're ahead, they make a Roach Warren, they do not make an Infestation Pit. And right now, there's no lair whatsoever for Lovesick.
Can you just check the vision of YugiOh? I want to know if he has the vision of that. No, he does not know about the 3rd.
Does not, and of course, Lovesick should not know about the Spire. Nor does he know about the lair, so he is very in the dark right now.
The decision to go for a 3rd base works in favor of YugiOh now, because that delays his the tech of Lovesick quite a bit. He won't be able to get anything in order to counter those Mutalisks except for Spores and Queen, and he's not getting a Spore at all. He's still waiting for his opponent's attack of the Banelings, so he is not preparing for the Mutalisk. And
nice hit. Wow, getting another good hit, and the Queen goes down as well. YugiOh going for the base of Lovesick now. Lovesick in a lot of trouble.
And losing that Queen is important because he won't have anything to defend against the Mutalisks. There will be 8 of them. 8 Mutalisks will be built in just a few seconds.
He's going to lose the hatchery as well, Calidor. This is looking really bad.
Mutalisks to take down the 3rd.
Doesn't even need them. In fact, there's so few roaches here all at once, he might be able to take out a few, but Banelings do come to defend them.
At this point, he doesn't really care if he loses a few Zerglings. He did such a great job at taking down the 3rd, and the Mutalisks that are now being built, they will hit, and they will hit hard.
They will definitely hit hard. Look at all these Zerglings doing tons of damage to these roaches. And I gotta say, the Mutas are coming out now, Calidor, and Lovesick's base is going to be under attack once again.
The only thing that he has are 2 Queens, and this will not be enough.
3 Spores are on the way.
4 of them, he finally needs Spores. The Mutalisks are in position, and they will be able to take down quite a few of those Banelings, and of course also the Roaches are quite helpless.
Yeah, the Roaches are helpless at this point. They have to decide whether or not they need to turn around if they're going to continue to attack. And YugiOh just rallying Zerglings across the map to kind of slow down their push. And he's going to kill all the Roaches. YugiOh getting a huge lead. He has his 3rd base up. It's been up for a while. A Zergling attack happens over there, but it's completely defended by YugiOh.
Nice transfuse at that. YugiOh is short of becoming a new Code S player, finally advancing into Code S after struggling for quite a while. Never been able to reach for the stars. He was stuck in Code A for a while, and now he's in the position to make it happen. He has the better tech, the better economy.
Yeah, and you know, the drone's being transferred over to that base, but there's no defense for it. He's actually just going to go ahead and attack, targeting down Banelings. Not the best engagement there with the Mutas, but this hatchery is very vulnerable right now. 4 queens out for Lovesick, but the Zerglings here as well will ward them away. This hatchery will fall yet again, and YugiOh up 30 supply right now. Infestation pit on the way for Lovesick, but it's a bit too late, I think, Kaldor.
Nice Baneling by Lovesick, but as Wolf pointed out, it might be too late. On the other hand, we have the +2 attack upgrade being researched already for the Roaches, and Roaches with 1 attack upgrade advantage are killing. Oh, nice Banelings.
Good transfuses here. I think there are too many Zerglings, though.
Yeah, might be able to take out those queens, and this is exactly what's happening now. He's transfusing very well, but it's not enough. The Zerglings kill the queens, and he's getting into the main base. The Roaches would be one thing that he could use against the Zerglings, as he have the +1 attack upgrade and 2-shot Zerglings with that.
GG. The Baneling hits were too much. Lovesick dominated, and we have a 4-0 and a new Code S player, YugiOh, and of course Lovesick 0-4 in the group, going last place with an embarrassing record. Does not look happy about it, but I do like his glasses, as we mentioned earlier.
I was a little bit surprised that YugiOh was not happy at all. Did he realize that he's in Code S now?
Yeah, I think he's just a little bit, sometimes when you're in this situation where your adrenaline is pumping, you're like, okay, I've done this. And, he may very well go out with some of the Slayers players when all the matches finish tonight and go out drinking with them. It's Friday night, go out drinking with them, go get some awesome Korean barbecue or something like that. That's when he's going to celebrate. But right now, he's got to root on his teammate.
You're right, it's Friday.
It is Friday, man. I'm like, what are you doing after this?
Well, I'm casting KSL. What about you?
I know. I have no plans. I'm going to try to make sure. Yeah, tomorrow is
Saturday.
It's Christmas Eve in Seoul, actually.
I will be back in Germany at 6 p.m. Just in time.
Yeah, I forgot. Germany's actually not that far from Seoul, I suppose, by plane. How long a flight is that?
About 10, 11 hours.
A little bit better than flying to the US.
Yeah, definitely a little bit better. A lot better, actually. No, I'll leave at 2 p.m. in Korea, and then I'll be back at 6 p.m. in Germany, arriving in Frankfurt. Meeting up with my family and my friends for Christmas.
Well, that sounds fun. I'm going to be staying in Seoul. I actually still haven't gone back to the United States since I've been here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have not. I went to Tokyo, but I have not gone back to the United States yet. I'll be spending my Christmas here, actually going to visit one of my friends who's in the hospital in Seoul. I'm going to go and make sure that she's doing okay. She's got to spend her Christmas in the hospital. I feel
really
bad
sucks.
for her. I got to go out there and make sure she's doing okay. I don't want her to be alone. It sounds terrible.
Hope she's getting better.
Yeah, she'll be getting better. She's got to be there for a while. It's a little bit sad, but these things do happen, unfortunately, and not everyone can be where they want to be for Christmas, but I hope all of you guys out there are having a merry holiday.
We're not done, by the way.
We are not even close to being done, man.
Even even though it sounded a little bit like we are wrapping up everything, but we are not, because we're having another game. And look at JYP. Oh god, he is nervous. PvP on Crossfire. He has to face Hero. JYP is down 2 games. He only decided 1 in his favor. He needs a win now. He wants to have a chance. And Hero won 2 matches.
We'll see who's going to come out on top in this PvP series between Hero and JYP.